right, so that was 4 cans of this beautifully salt-added corn. Oh, this is gonna be so delicious. Super fast, I'm just gonna make sure I spread that throughout the whole dish. The main ingredient is corn in this dish, but I have such an amazing lunch for you. And now I'm gonna take some small sweet peas. I love using sweet peas for this. And I don't want to put too much here, just enough so that people can be like, what else is in there? I can taste something crazy. This is going to be such an amazing and healthy way to get your kids to eat vegetables. Also, by it tasting so phenomenal. If your people of your family don't like onions, feel free to leave this out. You totally can leave this out. But now I'm gonna take some bell pepper blend. Look at that, I love using the bell pepper blend. Just because I don't wanna chop up 3 bell peppers, and that would be too much content. So I wanna make sure that I can just make this beautiful. And here I have these little mini tins. These are actually little mini dishes. I think they're like 8 by 6, and they definitely do the trick. Now I'm gonna take some washed baby Bella mushrooms. You can actually tell that I washed them. If you can't, then you probably should just look a little closer. If you get a little closer to your screen, you might be able to see that there is like a little, like a water, you can see the water glare on there. Now I'm just gonna put a decent amount in here. Not everyone loves mushrooms in my family or wherever this is going to, so it is totally okay to leave this out. But to be honest, if you make it just like this, no one's going to be angry at you. And I'm just gonna put a decent amount of mushrooms and kind of lay them out across all of it. Now for the fun part, I have some ground beef here. I think I'm just gonna place that right there. And then I'm gonna take some Kinders. This is the seasoning, this is called the blend. It has a little bit of everything. It has garlic, pepper, salt, everything that you need. And I'm just gonna make sure that I season my meat super nice. And then I'm just gonna make sure all of that is freshly cooked. So I just wanna make sure all of that is perfectly blended together with all that seasoning. And this is really gonna elevate this ground beef flavor. That way I can just start putting it right on top. And I wanna make sure I evenly distribute this. So we're gonna do 1 step at a time. Everything's going to be absolutely phenomenal this way. And this ground beef is just gonna add all that great flavor. And you can get some of that ground beef juices in there. That is not a problem. And now I'm just gonna spread this throughout the whole entire little mini dishes. And these are gonna go on 2 tables. And they're gonna be a nice little family style thing for our family gathering. Look at that. Now for one of my favorite ingredients, if not my most favorite ingredient, this is fresh, oh, it's a little hot, but freshly cooked bacon. You know what I'm gonna do with this bacon? You already know, you probably could have guessed it. And I'm just gonna make sure I chop super fast. I'm just gonna get little bits of bacon throughout the whole entire dish. This is already pre-cooked bacon, so if you are making this recipe, I definitely recommend doing that. No one wants raw bacon in here. The juices will probably taste delightful in there, but you know, raw bacon is just hard to manage the cooking of it. And if you wanna place it on top, you could. But nah, this already cooked bacon, make your own, is fantastic. I like using the Oscar Mayer bacon, so I definitely recommend that you use that one. But you can do whatever you want. Let me know in the comments below your favorite bacon. All right, and I'm just gonna spread a little bit of bacon throughout the whole entire dish. Each bite needs to have that nice salty savoriness of that bacon. Oh my gosh, that looks fantastic. And now it's time for the real stuff. Bob Evans mashed potatoes. I have a huge scooper here, and I'm just gonna put a decent amount right on top. Now, you definitely wanna make sure you don't run out of mashed potatoes. So make sure you start off by only grabbing half of this, and we can spread it out right on top. And the reason why I have this this sheet pan underneath is because it might overflow, but that's kind of like the aesthetic of it. And so if it overflows in the oven, now it won't burn or make any smoke in the oven because it'll just fall on that sheet pan. It might smoke, but it's not gonna ruin anything. Look at that. Okay, you got every last little bit right on top. Let's come back in with that spatula. Even though I used it for the meat, like I think it's gonna be great. Everything was cooked. And I'm just gonna spread this throughout the whole dish. I'm gonna make this part nice and quick, but you guys take your time, okay? Here we go. All right, that looks pretty dang good. We did have to kind of stuff it in there, but we made it work. And now I'm gonna top it off with some cheddar jack. And I want to put a decent amount of cheddar jack on it. And it's just going to be a nice ooey, gooey, cheesy layer that is just going to help seal all of those beautiful flavors. Let me know in the comments below what rendition of a shepherd's pie you would do, but this one is mine. And yep, it is designed to be a shepherd's pie, but really it's kind of like a veggie pie with a little bit of meat seasoning on top. All right, I'm just gonna push this down and just make sure that cheese is locked in on that mashed potatoes before we put this in the oven. Now, I do have my oven set to 375, and this is gonna cook in there for probably about 25 to 35 to 45, probably 50 minutes. Oh my goodness. This looks insanely delicious. This one looks like it's the most cooked, so I will dig into that one. And I'm just gonna leave this table side. That way people can just dig right in, but I'm just gonna get a nice little corner. I'm gonna be respectful. Oh, and here we go. Dig deep. Oh my goodness, you see the corn juices down there? Oh, that looks so delicious. Look at that. Ooh, you got the corn, the meat, everything that you need in a custom shepherd's pie. You guys are in for a treat. Make sure you blow on it. It's gonna be super hot. Ooh, I definitely need a nice little cheesy layer on top. Oh, the cheese. Oh, look at it steaming. You know it's gonna be hot, so please be careful. It was in the oven for 35 minutes. It's gonna be very hot. Enjoy. Are you kidding me? That's the best shepherd's pie I've ever made.